I really want to do that thing, but I just don't have enough time. How many times have you heard that? And how many times have you said that? And the reason I'm asking that question is because I have noticed a cultural epidemic of I'm at capacity, I just don't have enough time, I'm doing all the things, and I don't have the time to do whatever the thing may be. So whether it's making a change in your business, whether it's doing the inner work to next level yourself to make the changes that you know you want to make, it's very easy to find ourselves saying and believing, I just don't have the time. And it's so easy because we're hearing it constantly. So when you're in a culture, when you're in a collective consciousness where multiple people are saying to you on a regular basis, I'm at capacity, I don't have enough time, I've got so much on it on my plate, it's really easy for your brain to also go, oh, yeah, that's true for me too. And to then look at all the things that you have, look at your all your tasks, all your different areas of responsibility in life, all of the different things that you want to do, because we're all capable of it. We've all got multiple things that we want to be doing, and we've all got the feeling of having finite time and not having enough time to get all of the things done. And there's some truth to that, right? There's some truth that, if I wanted to spend an hour a day meditating, and if I want to spend an hour a day exercising, and I want to stay clean, and I want to cook everything from scratch, and I want to spend a lot of time with my family, and I want to spend like 4 hours on my business, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I want to do it, like blah, 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 blah. You get the picture. Like there is some truth to there is only so much time in a day, right? So it can feel really believable that you don't have the time to do the thing. But I'm here to challenge this because what I know from my work in coaching and what I know from my experience as a human being, because I have fallen foul of this myself many times, what I know is that it is easier to say, I don't have enough time, than it is to put yourself outside of your current comfort zone, right? Because if the thing that you want to do, the change that you want to make, doing the inner work, doing the action in your business, or asking for the pay rise, or asking the person out on the date, or having the difficult conversation in the relationship, whatever it may be, if that is new to you and is unfamiliar, then it is uncomfortable to do. Your nervous system is uncomfortable with that because we are conditioned to feel safe in the familiar and to feel unsafe in the less familiar, right? It's like literally the conditioning of our species. When you think about it, when you think back in time, you know that those who took the most risks had like maybe like a lower survival rate than those who didn't, and those who did what was familiar and what was safe to an extent. Like obviously there's a degree of it being less safe to just stay in your comfort zone as well, because things can happen while you're trying to stay safe. Historically speaking, I'm talking about here. So the point I'm looking to make is that our brains are wired to prefer to stay within the comfort zone and stay with what's familiar than to do something which is unfamiliar and outside of the comfort zone. So therefore, our brains, our mind is like more comfortable to say, I really want to do that, but I don't have the time, than it is to do the thing. Okay, so because it's more comfortable to say I don't have time, then it's more likely to look for the evidence to support the idea of not having enough time than it is to look for the evidence to support actually I can shoehorn in the time here. I can make it happen. I can not do this and do that, or I can take this really precise action and trust that all the other important things will happen, or I'll space them out a bit more and I'll make sure that like maybe I don't do it every single day, but I'm doing it every other day. Like it's more comfortable for the brain to go, I'm not going to do that and I don't have time, than it is to go, I'm going to make this happen. Okay, so it's really important that I point this out to you today, and I point this out to myself as well on a regular basis, because my brain will try and say that too. My brain will try and say, sorry, Vicky, you just don't have the time to do that today. But I know that I am worthy and this is really important, so really lean into this. I know that I am worthy of doing the work on myself. I know that I am worthy of taking the action which is uncomfortable because I want to see what I'm capable of. So my willingness to do the thing and to carve out the time comes from a place of knowing that I deserve this, right? And I don't deserve this because I'm special and you don't deserve it. I deserve it because I exist, right? And if you're watching this, you exist. And therefore, you are worthy and you deserve to spend that time on yourself doing the thing. And I know, and I say the thing for a reason, right? Because there's one thing, there's one important thing that you know deep down in your heart, like you might not have found exactly what the thing is yet, but you know in your heart that there is something important that you are not doing, that if you did it, it had the power to change your life, but you're not doing it yet. You're not trusting in yourself and in your worthiness and your deservingness, if that's a word, to spend the time on that thing. So it feels easy, but rather than to look at it like that, rather than to go, oh, I don't feel worthy of spending the time on myself to do that, it's the brain goes, oh, there's not enough time. Okay, so I'm calling you out on that. I'm calling you out on it. And this is an invitation to know and trust and believe that you are worthy exactly as you are. And therefore, you deserve to step into your power and to spend the time on the thing. So it's make the most important thing. That thing, whatever it is going to move the needle on something, whether that's in your ability to create money, whether that's on your relationships, whether that's on your feeling of impact in the world, whatever it may be, there's the thing. So it's making that thing the most important thing and trusting that the other things will fall into place around it. That is my message for you today. I would love to get your feedback on that. If you have any comments, any responses that you would like to make, then please, by all means, do let me know. I appreciate that for some people, this may actually be triggering. Because I know that everybody's life is very different, and I'm aware that lots of people have like all the things going on, all the, you might be caring for people, there may be poor health at play, and I absolutely respect that. And in some instances, for you, the thing might actually be rest. So it might actually be right now, my most important thing to do is to look after myself. And then once I spent some time looking after myself, then my next most important thing will be the inner work or will be that work on the business. Okay, so this video is not to negate the importance of other things that are in your life, but it's just to point out how our brains can make that association of I don't have enough time rather than I'm willing to put myself outside of my comfort zone and do the thing which is really important to me. And just to kind of like illustrate that further, if you spend any time looking through social media, if you spend any time daydreaming, if you spend any time watching TV, like all of these things are things that can wait, that can be done at other times. So doing the precise action doesn't mean that, the care of the other person doesn't happen. It's the scrolling might not happen, or the TV might not happen, or the daydreaming might not happen, and that's okay. So believe, like trust, make the most important thing the most important thing, and then the other important things fit around that, and then the smaller, less important things fit around that. And then it's like the rocks, paper, sand analogy. If you haven't come across that one, I will illustrate that in a future video. So keep a watch of this channel. All right, take care. Bye for now.